Hello, white people. There is an out-of-control Chinese rocket that is expected to crash back to Earth this weekend. That's a pretty big deal. A Chinese Long March 5B rocket expected to re-enter Earth's atmosphere around May 8th. No one knows exactly where it will land yet. Oh, fantastic. Oh boy, comforting. It sounds like the plot of a Bruce Willis movie. No, it actually sounds kind of worse. The Pentagon says it's tracking a large Chinese rocket body that's out of control and expected to re-enter Earth's atmosphere this weekend. The problem? While we know the big rocket body is definitely coming down, we don't know exactly where it will happen. The U.S. Space Command... Space Command! We live in a cartoon. Is tracking the trajectory. Defense Department spokesperson Mike Howard said in a statement cited by CNN, trusted name in fake news, and expects the Chinese Long March 5B rocket's appearance around May 8th, which is, I think, Saturday. Howard said the rocket's exact entry point won't be known until within hours of re-entry, but daily updates on its location will be provided at the Space Track website. Aerospace.org is also tracking the rocket, and as of Tuesday evening was predicting a May 8th arrival around 9:30 p.m. Pacific time, though predictions may change. Want to see it? This guy, he captured an image. I'm not even going to read how far away it is. Look at that. Does that look like a cross to you? Is this going to be our fake alien invasion? What do you guys think? Ooh, it's going to get fun, huh? Now that the Rona is just about to wind down, because they said the Rona is going to last 18 months. Then after that, we have to have a new hysteria. Sometimes they give us a break between hysterias, but maybe not this time. Let's see. Jonathan McDowell, an astrophysicist at the Astrophysics Center at Harvard University, who tracks and catalogs satellite orbits, told CNN, trusted name in fake news, the risk that it will hit you is incredibly tiny. Oh, but it's still real. We're all going to die. It's like the fifth element in that black whatever thing that was going to crush out all light and beauty. That's what's going to happen. We need Mia Jovovich to save us. And so I would not lose 1 second of sleep over this. I'm losing sleep. I'm nervous. Because the Pacific Ocean covers so much of Earth, the debris will likely splash down in Pacific waters like a fat girl jumping off a springboard somewhere, he said. McDowell also adjusted the time period when the debris is expected to arrive. Okay, so look at his little table here. Whoops. I don't know what this thing is. Okay, see, look at this table. Do you see it? Do you see it? Okay, we're going to go past it. The rocket helped launch Chye-Nuh, the core module in China's new next-generation space station, on April 28th. The space base is scheduled to be completed late in 2022 to serve as a scientific research outpost for China over the next decade. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And it will be the only other operational space habitat outside of the International Space Station. How did this happen? Typically, what goes up must come down. Back in 2018, similar events took place. When China's out-of-control Tiangong-1 space station re-entered the atmosphere over the ocean near Tahiti, no one was injured and the debris either burned up or found a new home on the floor of the South Pacific. When space agencies launched large rockets... when they launch large rockets, they typically don't reach orbit. They're designed to fall back into the ocean. Other times, rockets and satellites have built-in mechanisms to deliberately deorbit them and guide them back to Earth safely. Many have been deliberately deorbited, and many have been deliberately tossed into the so-called spacecraft cemetery, a huge uninhabited area of the Pacific Ocean. How do they know it's uninhabited? Questionable. Area 52. It's one of the furthest locations on the planet from any land. Ooh, maybe it's Area 53. The rocket that carried Chye-Nuh made it into orbit, and once its engines shut down, was captured by Earth's gravity. Drag on the rocket sees its orbit slowly decay. Each rotation around the Earth brings it closer to a point where it ultimately slams into the atmosphere at speed, re-entry, and burns up. However, it's not just about what comes down. Space junk, discarded rocket boosters, scraps of metal, and defunct satellites can remain in orbit for years and even decades. Almost 3,000 satellites are in orbit and remain in operation, but almost 3 times that amount are defunct. They're throwing around number 3 a lot. Alright, well, it looks like we may not die on Saturday, but who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? This article is getting really boring. Alright, white people, thanks for listening. I look forward to your thoughts below.